Oshin. This is Oshin's View. I'm here in the building. Super producer, executive, my man Willie Negro.
What up, what up, what up?
And little brother Devin Epps will be here shortly. He's running late. So, and as y'all all know, his 10 minutes means 1 hour. That's just how that one goes. And, but it's a Friday night, feeling right, just got paid. So, we gotta keep things going and stuff. Want to give a shout out to my man. It's my brother, Official Clock Huggers. See, because I said it wrong last time. Official Clock Huggers. They got me right with the gear and everything else. I'm going to give y'all the website at the end and everything so y'all can go and check him out. He's doing his thing. My man Morley BX. Love you, boy. Jackson House and stand up. But this is how we do this one. I'm going through my timeline, and the timeline is real pissy.
Hey, yo. You going to start early. You starting early, yo.
No, it's crazy because people, at first, as I'm seeing, like, you got some people, like, on their timelines, they're talking to people and everything, and they're like, well, I won't let nobody pee on me. Then the next one, oh, people getting pissed on. That's what's popping in the streets. So I'm kind of seeing like a pattern of what people are doing and everything. So
it's a pissy pattern.
Yes, clearly.
I guess.
So then I go a little deeper. Come to find out, is her name Carisha? Is it Young Miami?
Yes.
Is it the same person?
Yes. That's who it is.
Okay, no, because I be getting confused when I see her say Carisha than Young Miami. So her real name, her government is Carisha.
Yeah. That's right.
And her alias is Young Miami.
Yes, Young Miami.
Okay, evidently, Young Miami likes to get pissed on. She says, she was talking to Trina, and she was like, it does something for her. Now, you always get a good Oshin story, and sometime during this episode, I'm pretty sure
you're not going to give me a pissing story, yo.
No, this is what I'm trying to say. At some point, you'll get a story.
Yeah,
but I don't have that one in the arsenal. I'm putting it out there now. I do not have a pissing story in my arsenal, my lexicon, anything like that. Anything that I say according to that will be straight, as the kids say, cap. It's not happening. But I'm starting to read other people's actual, their posts and everything.
Yeah.
And evidently, people have experimented with urine before.
Niggas be pissing on people, yo. It be happening.
What do you put this? She says, her exact words were, it does something to me. Now, we call people freaks for reasons.
Yeah.
And it's several reasons. It's thousands of reasons, actually. But if it actually does something for her, who am I to say that it's nasty or it's wrong? Now, hold up. So, no, okay, this is the closest I can give you. I've had my fair share of squirters. I had squirters. I've made quite a few squirt. I'm not going to say I made them all squirt. Don't get me to lying.
But quite a few.
Quite a few. I'm saying, it's a law of averages. I've got some great numbers going on. So, they got a few squirters in my in the back pocket. And when I first heard about, like, with the whole squirting thing, there was a big thing where people was like, women was like, that's piss. And I was like, no, it ain't. And then you start to think about the bodily fluids and things like that. And it's like, well, if it's not piss, and if it's not some X factor thing that I don't know about, then I'm going to have to deduct that it probably is piss.
I mean, because if it ain't, then what is it?
It doesn't come out yellow. See,
that's a fact. It don't, but
go ahead.
It don't, but it. Hey, man. The consistency is like pee.
I don't know how consistent it is in terms of, no, you're correct about that, but in terms of the force in which it comes out.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Women piss that hard?
Listen, man, I don't know. I have no clue. Listen, nigga, I piss. I can piss standing up, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know how.
Well, this is my thing. I used to have this one young lady. I used to have a good time with her. And y'all know me, I will never say a name. But the first time she actually squirted, I wasn't freaked out because I've experienced it before. Mm-hmm. But I was upset because it was on my damn bed. And so now I got to do the sheets over. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yeah, it's nasty.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It got like this. As you see the pattern, I get pissed off a little bit.
Hey,
after,
pissed off.
You know
I see what you did there.
Yeah,
pissed
exactly.
off.
Yeah. I get a little pissed off when certain things go away because, you know, I'm kind of rigid and frigid with how I'm having my escapades. But then if something comes from left field, it's kind of like, what? Like, where does this come from? So guess what? I started having sex with her on the floor. Because yeah, it was
the floor.
Because now, granted, it was carpeted, and you know I put the towels down and stuff because I knew where it was going. And
hell yeah, because the floor, the carpet, that's just as nasty as the bed.
Exactly. I start to think, is it soaking in and stuff like that? But you know, you layer it and stuff like that, and you know you can. And I started telling her like the same way if a lady's giving you fellatio and they ask you know. Let me know when you come. I'm like, sure. I never tell them. I never tell them. You're gonna get this jizz when it comes out. Now, that's just that. So when she was like,
sneak attacking bitches, man.
I told her when you about to squirt, let me know.
Yeah.
And she was like, hi, bet. She didn't let me know shit. But I started noticing the grip. You know when they start gripping. So she gripped. I said, oh, she thinks she's slick. Because I was getting pushed out.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Because I watch porn. So I was like, you know what? Let me pull out. I pulled out. That joint said, pew! And I'm sitting there. The crazy thing is, I wish y'all could see my face when it's happening. Because in my mind, I'm the biggest porn star in the world when that shit happens. Or whatever. Like, it'd be like, you know, you hitting it and everything. And you feel that grip. The next thing you know, you pull out, and then it's just like, pew, and
Superman.
You just sitting there. I'm just standing there with the like that. You just sweating and shit. Just so I'm like, if I guess evidently there's women out here that enjoy guys just normally peeing on them because we bugged out when Big. The late, great, notorious B.I.G. Was talking about defecating on some woman, saying they enjoyed it. Now, freaky master, I don't think I'm ever getting to that point.
Nah.
I don't think I'm... Like this, that's not even something that I want to experience. Be honest. I don't even need that in the tuck.
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, people have they kinks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's not one of mine. I like to take it away from bodily fluids and other than the normal ejaculation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I guess you know people get. I mean, piss is warm. I guess they get a sensation out of it. I don't know. It's shit weird to me. It's nasty.
Because the thing about it is. You know, there'll be people out there that'll say that we're closed-minded.
I'm not closed-minded. I really think that, you know, we grown. Like, we've had, like, sex up, down, left, right, all kinds of ways. You know what I mean? All kinds of shit. You know what I mean? I think people get bored and start to try new shit. You know what I mean? I'm not opposed to trying new shit. I'm just not really with the piss. Like, other people can be with it. That's fine. To each his own. Like, that shit stinks. Like, it's piss. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's piss. Like, ain't nobody shitting on me. Ain't nobody pissing on me. I'll piss on somebody, though. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'll do it. I'll do it.
Excuse me. I'll do it on request.
Right. I'm not just pissing on somebody.
I'll do it as on a request, but not at my behest. You see what I'm saying like that?
Yeah.
It just won't. Now, think about it is this. There are all kind of fetishes out here.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, a lot of fetishes aren't even, they're sexual, but it's not like intercourse.
Yeah,
Like, you know, it's people into a lot of shit. I know people that are into feet, whatever the hell that is. Feet, armpits.
A couple niggas
like,
in the feet.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's what people are into. It's just what people are into. So it's like that whole don't knock it till you try. Oh, it's getting knocked. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean you need to stop. I'm just saying that I might knock it a little bit and be like, "Where you into that?"
I'm into regular shit like titties, like, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just regular, like titties, ass. You know what I mean? I just love, like, women are beautiful and sexy. Like, I don't need nothing extra. I don't know why. You know, I just don't get it. But I don't. Hey, man, to each his own.
What about this though? What about this? Remember, there was a time when a woman or whoever, young lady, whatever, would give you head or something.
Yeah.
And you was like, I'm not kissing them. Because I think that was a transition for guys too.
Yeah, niggas was pretty childish, man.
Definitely. So when did you realize that doesn't mean anything?
If you have enough sex, you start to have a few partners, you know what I mean? You start to realize, hey man, it's just sex. It's just a part of sex. I think it's in the beginning, everything is new and fresh and it's all like glorified as something. Once you start doing it, like not once you've done it, but once you start doing it, it just becomes a part of it. You know what I mean? And hey man, in the heat of the moment, like, yo, man, you do some wild shit. You know what I mean?
A lot of that was considered some wild shit when we were younger. You were right about that. A lot of women, they were a lot more sexually what's the word I'm looking for? Advanced and liberated.
Yeah.
When we were coming up. Unless you was on a certain level, and I really don't think it can be skipped. Most freaky things that guys start to get into, a woman kind of put them onto it.
100%.
Requested to do it. Because I had a partner before, and she made a comment to me before. The shit it aroused me crazily, but she was like, there should be nowhere on my body that you shouldn't want to kiss or lick. And initially, this is way, see now, eating the groceries, like groceries, it's like that's just a normal thing. But when she said it at that time, in my head, I kind of was like, what? But then, you know, you get more sexual experiences. You look at like, you know what? She's right.
I remember having a conversation with my uncle. My uncle, I might have been, I don't know, I might have been 17, 18 years old. And I don't even know how the conversation came up. And it was just about, I just know I was like, I ain't never eaten nobody butt. I ain't eating no butt. And he looked me dead in my face and said, yes, you will. I said, what? He said, yes, you will. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. He said, it's just a part of sex. I said, Unc, you is a freak. You a freak boy. Like, yo.
I was waiting for you to say it. Nobody says that shit the way you feel they can say it. That's how I was like, yes, you're about to say it.
I said, oh, you is a freak boy. Like, no, ain't no way. I'm not eating no ass. And then I grew up. And you know, hey man, shit happens, man. And you explore. And like I said, everything is new and fun and you know, chicks just put you on, yo. Chicks be putting you on. Like women are more sexual than men. Men, it's about the frequency. We just want to bust nuts. That's it. But women are sexual. They want to do things, explore, kiss, 4-play, 5-play, and 6-play. You see what I'm saying? They want to do all that freaky stuff. Men put women. We was talking earlier. Men put women on a pedestal when they're young. Most men raised by a woman, and women are on a pedestal. So you don't really think of women like that. You know what I mean? You want to have sex with women, but it's hard to just be like, yo, man, you know, I want to, you know, do all this freaky stuff. You're not even really thinking about that until a woman like, hey, I need you to turn me over, put your tongue here, do this, and you like, oh shit.
Like this. I'm going to tell you another thing, too. There was a time with us guys and stuff where you might have a girl, and this is not promoting cheating or infidelity, not like that, but you know, people's younger days and everything, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, somebody I'm talking to. If you really liked, for me, this was one of my mental blocks. If I really liked you and we was dealing with each other, we had a good time in the sack, but I didn't really do things with you that I did with other chicks.
Right.
And once again, you know what brought that to attention? Another woman. She was like, yo, you told me all these stories about how you would do this with other women. Why don't you do that with me? Like, I had a thing, I ain't gonna lie, I had a thing where if you was my girl, I wouldn't come in your mouth.
Right.
I just wouldn't. I don't know why that was a mental block. I will not come in your mouth if you're my girl.
Men put women on pedestals. That's why. That's your girl. She was on the pedestal. Yeah.
And then other ones were just like, oh, shoot them down, shoot up the club, and everything else. And that was it. And so a woman was like, no, do it with me as well. That's what I'm into as well. Type thing. And it's just like, all right, well, you asked for it, you about to get it. Type shit. You know what I'm saying? Type thing.
And we do that, and that made me think of like even the last part when you was like, the chick said, all you gotta do is just ask if you want some head. You know what I mean? When you was a young boy, like, how did you ask for head? You know what I mean?
I still don't know how to ask for head. That
shit is crazy.
That was like that time because she literally just said, just ask. So I'm looking like, in my mind, I'm like, it can't be that easy. Okay, fine. Since you said I gotta ask, can I have some head? Like this, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Because I'm being facetious with it. So it's just like, okay, since you don't, it's not official until I
What's
ask.
the proper way though? What's the proper way to ask for head?
Somebody
Can you please suck
me.
my penis? I don't know what the proper way to ask for head is, man. It's crazy.
Plug this. I don't think I've ever asked besides that. I don't think I've ever asked, but I've hinted.
Right.
Like, I've hinted. Like, I played this. I had a young lady before that she, what you call it? We didn't actually, we've never had sex.
Yeah.
Like counting bodies and stuff, we never had sex.
Yeah.
She used to give me amazing head. So one day, because I would catch her, her nickname was BJ.
Hey.
I used to call her BJ because of that.
Yeah.
It just so happens her first name was B, last name like Jensen or some shit like that or whatever.
Yo, her name was really BJ,
yes.
yo? That's
so,
crazy.
It was just like, okay. So anyway, so it was a double entendre before I even knew what one was. So, you know,
Hove taught you that.
She came over, she goes to work. Now I'm talking about she got me out of there. Like after 30 minutes, straight she get the whole thing. Because I don't really nut off getting head. But I did with her because that's what her goal was. So she does it again another time, but she was like, she had a period. So I'm looking like, so she had called me one day and was like, yo, I'll come over, but we can't do nothing because I got my period. And I was like, nah, so you got your period, right? She was like, yeah. I was like, you know what? Just do what you did last time.
Yeah.
And
what you did last time.
So that was as
last time.
That was as close
what
to
you did
asking.
last time.
Like, you know what? Don't worry your pretty head. Just do what you did last time, and I'm good. I can go about my business. That's the closest I got to ask.
Yeah, niggas always hinting at it like, hey, I'm saying, like, you could do something else. Like, you could do...
See, there it is. LL Cool J voice. Yeah. See, the octaves go down. LL Cool J voice. Like, so what do you want to do, huh? Because I'm saying, but when you're alone in your room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and then next thing you know, shit.
Hey, yo, that's a fact. Because you do get there. You got to bring it from up here like that. Hey, I'm just saying, you could.
I don't think DMX ever brought it from up here. DMX was straight telling
DMX 100% said, hey, yo, suck my dick.
He definitely said that. Like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? Suck my dick. Suck that fucking dick.
Yo, chill out a little bit.
I'm telling you, he probably was on some Wesley Pike shit to the umpteenth degree.
Hey.
Type shit.
I don't even think it is a proper way to ask for head, man. Well, that's just crazy.
Next episode, we going to get a lady in there, and we going to ask her, What is the proper way for us men to actually get head?
It's a fact.
Gabrielle Wade. Does she go by Gabrielle Wade or is she Gabrielle Union still?
She's always going to be Gabrielle Union.
I mean, I think she's Gabrielle Wade, but
I think on paper.
First of all, let's welcome Dev.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay. But I already told the crowd it's 10 minutes is an hour.
Yeah.
That's that.
It was in the middle.
So, back to Gabrielle Wade Union. She says, what did she say exactly? She said she felt that she cheated on her husband or the other dude she was messing with because she made more money.
Yeah, right.
Basically.
I don't believe that she's alone in that sentiment. I believe a lot of women live by that code. So I'm listening.
Let's be clear. Live by what code? That they make. If they make more money, they feel that they get to cheat.
Yes, they feel entitled.
I don't think a lot of women. I feel like a lot of men feel like that. I don't know if a lot of women feel like that.
You don't think a lot of women think like that?
Per se, I don't know.
I've mainly heard that voice with ancient dudes more than I've heard that with ancient women. Yeah.
See, the thing about it, the reason why I think I'm not going to say majority.
Okay.
But the thing is, it goes against the fantasy that women that they're accustomed to trying to have in their life. The fantasy of the rich husband, the well-to-do husband that all I can do is sit back, raise the kids, do this, that, and the third. Okay. I have nothing to think about. I don't think women like being the head of the household financially. Now, this is where the balance and everything comes into play in terms of you being a man and knowing how to maneuver within that balance. Yeah. Because she is the breadwinner.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how many women are comfortable being the breadwinner. And now, when I think I'm saying breadwinner, I don't think I'm talking you make $10,000 more than me.
Right.
We talking
significant.
You might make literally 90,000 more than me.
Are we talking breadwinner? We're talking the whole loaf.
Whole loaf. It's like if you're not here, everything still goes.
Right. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
If you're not here, nothing. The bills don't miss a beat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at times it wears on women, especially if they're if they have girlfriends and their girlfriends happen to be with dudes that are, you know what I'm saying? Well-to-do, and actually it's like, okay, this is the life you should be living.
Right.
Okay.
And I think it wears down on them that way.
I think it's the natural order of things is men are generally providers.
Right.
And protectors. So when you go against that, I think that there's resentment that goes in.
Like naturally.
Yes, it's natural resentment. I tell men all the time, your shit fall apart, your woman is going to start to resent you for it because you're supposed to be the protector. You're supposed to be the provider. And most women, like you said, can't handle being the provider. They can't handle being not unless you're a strong man that you still just overbearingly the protector of everything. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So women, like Gabrielle said, I don't think that you just get women have a natural inclination to just cheat on a man, but just because he makes less money. But I do think that resentment comes in and it opens the door for a wandering eye. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it's you try to, I'm trying to give bail for men on this one, but it's not like, you just when she's making more money than you, it feels wrong. And it's just, and that's not even, if it works for y'all, it doesn't matter if it works for you. Like societal norms are going to put the pressure over you of saying that this doesn't feel right. You don't feel, a certain way by that. And it is what it is.
You don't feel inadequate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing to fight against. Like, it's I commend the man who can do it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, right.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's just it's
Struggle with it every day.
it's a different kind of confidence. It's a different kind of of dynamic, in those kind of relationships. And for those that are mature enough to handle it, I salute you. It's just
Think about it as this. The problem is this. See, once the legal tender came into play, that's when everything went crazy.
Uh-huh.
And what I mean by legal tender, I'm talking about the actual money.
Right.
Yeah.
The physical money.
Right.
Because this whole theory is based off the caveman being the hunter.
Right.
See, they had to deal with this shit.
100%.
The caveman didn't have to deal with this shit.
Ain't no money. You want no money.
Them niggas was going out
Right.
straight. Look here. What you trying to eat tonight? Oh, I'm thinking some buffalo. I bet.
I'll be back.
I'll be back in about an hour.
I'll be back.
I'll be back in about an hour. That's it.
Right,
he
right.
walking out the door with his spear and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem is this.
That was a spear cut through the air.
No, because some of them is real hunters. So they get the spear. They coming off.
Tom Brady accuracy on it.
They coming back with the buffalo, dragging it over the joint, probably talking to somebody. Hey, Fred, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Look here. But the problem is this. Every caveman back then wasn't coming back with that buffalo.
No, they weren't.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They wasn't coming back. It was somebody that was like,
Eating fish
yeah, what you
tonight.
want?
Yeah,
What you
right.
want to eat?
Squirrel.
She asked for a buffalo. This nigga came back with some fish.
Right.
She was like, but I thought we was in buffalo. Like, yeah, for one, he was a little too fast.
Yeah, right.
Too big.
Too strong.
Too strong. I almost lost my life. These fish weren't bothering nobody.
Right,
Buffalo,
So we eat
Buffalo
fish
almost
tonight.
ate me.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So, it's that kind of feel, but this is the problem I have when women make those kind of comments.
Uh-huh.
Because to me, when you say certain things like that, you're saying something else too. And you know exactly what I hear you saying when you say you feel you can cheat because you make more money and this, that, and the third. You felt entitled to it or have an inclination to do it. You're basically telling me, so if the guy that I'm dealing with makes more money than me, I'm going to shut the fuck up because he makes the bread. Right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like this. It's one of those, you telling me who you are is really more revealing of how you really are.
Exactly, because that's what I saw. That's what I saw. I was like, oh, D Wade be dragging. That's what I saw. When she said it, was like, well, I mean, I didn't respect him because, I made more money than him. And we kind of know what that, we know how athletes feel. Who do I have to answer to, right? Like, I do what I want. I move how I please because who the fuck gonna check me? Mm-hmm. Right? And that's how Gabby was moving.
And Wade was cool with it.
And Wade was cool with it because that's how Wade moves. Mm-hmm. So I mean that for me it was a very, very telling statement. And 50's reaction to it was even more hilarious to me because it's some hoe shit. Like you got tricked into some hoe shit.
Because I'm telling you, I gotta believe when that interview aired, D Wade came out of nowhere and was like, what?
Yeah, you said
so you said what? You made more money, so you did that? Birdman
My last contract was what?
And that's it.
You don't own part of Jazz, right? You don't own part of Jazz, right?
And that part that I own is probably more than what you're worth.
Right.
Without me.
Facts.
So yeah.
You ain't Mary Jane no more, bitch.
He probably came. Yo, don't be killing Gabrielle Union.
No, I like that show. It was a good show.
No, the funny thing
but she's not being Mary Jane no more. It's just canceled.
The crazy thing is when she was going back and forth when she made the comment about Charles Barkley in the rings, and he was like this. He was like, she's very pretty. And they was like, nah, she's cool. And he was like, yo, she said that she compared herself to Meryl Streep. This nigga was like, don't ever compare yourself to Meryl Streep.
What are you doing?
And then he said, I seen snakes on a plane. which Gabrielle Union wasn't in, but it was funny because he basically said Meryl Streep would have never taken these
kind of roles. Right.
She takes type thing. So I was like, oh.
That is crazy.
Crazy for that one.
But the statement, so do you agree with 50 like that? That means because she thinks like that, that's some hoe shit?
I think that's a hoes mentality. Whether you're a rich hoe, poor hoe, whatever. Yeah. If I got the money, I make the rules, I get to cheat. That's hoe shit.
Only for women?
No, that's whole men shit. That's whole woman shit. That's
Rock,
a hoe's mentality.
Yes, because Chris Rock was real telling in his one of his last specials.
Tambourine.
He said thank you.
Yeah.
And he was said, but it was dope. I said it because the cry. It wasn't. You can tell it wasn't a joking part. He was just sharing. He was like, yo. He said, I make the money. I pay all the bills. I don't have to answer to you. He said that was my mentality.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
And from what I've heard, that kind of money changes your mentality on a lot of things. And I'm like, that's the thing about money. We like to all sit and say how we would be with money. Oh, now I'm going to be the same. I ain't never going to change. This, that, and the third. Now, I do believe there's a small part of me that actually will remain the same.
Nigga.
But when you put, but when you put that number, if you say 100 million, I think the real person, first off, I need to get 100 million because they say when you get money, the real you shows up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm tired of living this lie. I'm tired of living this lie. I need to find out exactly who I really am.
I can't wait for niggas to start for this shit to blow up, right? And niggas start making like Instagram videos of how phony I am and shit and how I was. And I'm going to remix the video and be on the other side of it like I sure am, nigga. Look how different I am. I cannot wait. Please, yes.
Yeah,
think I'm just be rich and be the same nigga? No.
No, man. When you rich, you get to be who you are. Why you think it's so many rich weirdos, man?
Right. Because they get to be weird.
They get to be weird. I just want to know if I'm a weirdo.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Right?
I want to know that if I could choose anything in the world, anywhere I want to live, any car I want to drive.
What you going to be doing, right?
Am I going to choose the Volkswagen, bro? Like, am I going to choose? Am I still going to be wearing?
First of all, nobody chooses a Volkswagen.
I will not choose the Volkswagen.
Volkswagens are always
unequivocally. I'm not going to choose the Volkswagen.
Never.
I'm just never going to do it.
Never going to do it.
But I might still wear Vans and Timbs and stuff like that. I'm not really a designer type of nigga. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna wear so much fucking jewelry. It's gonna be ridiculous.
It's
gonna be so just in here overgo like my shit. When we do this shit, I'm gonna sound like Soulja Boy in that fucking interview. Like my shit just clanging together.
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I've been through a jewelry phase. I don't think I'm gonna wear jewelry, man. But I don't look, man. I'm a married man, yo. I don't want to be a hoe, man.
Oh no, I'm gonna be on that hoe shit.
I know you are, bro.
No, I'm joking.
You are not joking.
I'm so serious.
I'm just saying, for me, it's only one thing I want. Cheeses you've never heard of.
Hey, yo.
That's all I want. All the expensive cheeses. Cheeses you've never heard of and can't pronounce, and that's it. And that's a metaphor for something else anyway, for weirdos saying XYZ.
So, off of the back of the Gabby Union Wade stuff we was just talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Just weird vibes and things that we've been looking at and trying to address all of that stuff is women feeling like they need to be, put in their place. That's not weird. And not being if you're not put in your place, so to speak, then that man doesn't deserve respect. I just feel it's one of those weird concepts, man. We gotta address.
It's no other way to say it for me. It disgusts me. It disgusts me. No, damn. The reason why it disgusts me to hear a woman say, to tell a man, you need to put me in my place. There's no clean way to say this one. When I hear, because every time they say these kind of things, I hear something different. Mm-hmm. I hear what's layered behind it. Okay, so when I knock you on your motherfucking ass, is that me putting you in your place? Because guess what? And I'm not with domestic violence at all.
We don't condone domestic violence
at all. But at the same time, when you make these comments, when you say stuff like "put me in my place," now I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna be looking and being like, "Well, she's not talking about physics." No, but that's the whole thing, because it is men out here that they don't have the communication skills, so they get physical. That's what most of the domestic violence comes from.
Yeah, when you say things like that, what do you mean?
Exactly.
Where's your place?
That is my point exactly, because when you say shit like that, when you say stuff like that, it makes me think you want a guy to tell you to shut the fuck up,
Yeah, right.
or just be wild aggressive to you,
or treat you like you are,
you know what I mean,
beneath me. Like,
like,
is your place beneath me? Is that your place? Because, like, what are you saying by put you in your place? Like,
the question is, where is your place?
Right, because I thought it was beside me.
I thought it was beside me.
Right.
Exactly. I thought it was beside me, but evidently there's another place for you that you need to be that we don't know about.
But I think it's all in choosing your words wisely, because women do need to have a man who has some authority over them. Right, you know what I mean? But saying somebody to put me, ain't nobody gonna put me in my place. Like, why would you want somebody that's gonna essentially dominate you or something like that? You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's not love. If I look at you and I feel like I have to handle you, I don't want you. That shit, like nothing is a bigger red flag to me than when somebody says, that nigga didn't know how to handle me.
Yeah.
Why do you need to be handled? You understand? Like, why are you incapable of keeping yourself together? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for somebody who we can vibe with. I don't want to worry about. Like, I don't want Krishan Rock. Like, I don't want that shit.
Oh no! If I ever feel like
I gotta worry
I
about
gotta
you.
put my hands on you, or if I ever even feel like I want to put my hands on you,
Right, exactly.
Like if I feel like you gonna hit me or we gotta chill, because you can't beat me.
Right. So is that your place?
And I'm not gonna beat you.
Right. Is that like what's
crazy.
your place? Right. What's your place, Rihanna? What do you want?
Hey,
what do you want from me?
You gotta calm down.
Listen,
You gotta calm. You gotta chill out.
Okay,
You gotta chill out.
All right. I didn't say she deserved it. She may have started that fight though.
How about we just stop?
Okay.
Not too much on Rihanna. Not too much on Rihanna.
All I'm saying,
she's still the Super Bowl. Things she's recovering.
all I'm saying is this place, and then it's always I didn't know how to appreciate a good guy. This is the problem with this. Let me tell y'all, ladies. First off, we need to take the veil
hurts
off.
my spirit, yo.
When they say I couldn't handle a good guy, I couldn't appreciate a good guy. Let me tell you something about this quote unquote good guy. He can do all those ignorant things that you claim that he didn't do, but his flaw was he actually had more respect for you than you had for yourself. And he didn't understand. You caught him in the crosshairs while he's dealing with you, in order for him, because while he's doing it, he's looking at you like, why do I need to do this? I think you're here. He, in essence, put her on a pedestal.
Put the pussy on the pedestal.
I was just about to say that.
Hold up,
Pussy on the
but
pedestal.
that was a pedestal she didn't want to be on.
Right.
Nor did she realize she was being put on. You see what I'm saying? Like that. And this is the problem with this whole good guy, bad guy, this, that, and the third. No. The thing is this, it all, to me, when women say things like that, it goes right back to how I always think. You know what a woman's kryptonite is? A man that can communicate.
Oh God.
That is a woman's kryptonite.
That
The
shit
man
hurts.
that can communicate
That hurts bad.
and says how he feels, his feelings, his dislikes, his what he enjoys and everything else, they can't take that, because then that takes away the narrative of you don't know how to properly communicate.
Right.
And there's so many men that do. Now that was a Jew.
It was.
And I
It
don't
was.
know.
There's a bunch of jewels in there.
A lot of Jews.
Hey, yeah.
It's an iced out necklace. Is what it was.
Hey, every now and then I go a little underneath the surface.
Yeah, you got to.
Just let them know that's it. And we're not here to even kill the women.
Never.
But it's like, you got to do better with these situations.
You don't get this work though.
Because the whole thing is this: men will.
But that's how you turn a guy into a savage and turn the guy toxic. Women, like I said earlier, all men start off putting women on a pedestal, because most men are raised by a woman, and that's our reference point. Right. Until we see that, maybe all women shouldn't be put on this pedestal. You know what I mean? And when you do stuff like that, that's how a man gets jaded. It's like, yo, I try to be nice. I try to do all the things that how I treat her like I would want a woman to be treated. And she said I was too nice.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
What?
Everybody knows my mother. Island Gaming.
Hey.
Love him. She did a lot of things correct with me. I don't want to say she did this wrong, but she only gave me one side of the coin. And I don't want to say I suffered for it, but I had to learn some tough lessons along the way. She taught me how to be a gentleman. You know how you smell, your appearance, and everything else. She showed me all the things that a woman would like and the things that how you carry yourself.
Right.
Now, granted, you take those jewels and, in my mind, women had to actually like you to have sex with you.
Right. I mean, it didn't.
That was the part that was never explained to me.
Right.
Because for a while, I treated every woman the same. And this is why I had an issue with when women made comments like, you have to treat women differently because we're all different. And in my mind, I'm be honest, I really don't believe that. And the reason why I don't believe it fully is not because I don't believe women are different. I just feel a certain way a gentleman approaches a woman should yield a certain result. Doesn't mean we have to be together or you even talk to me. But let's take it to the smallest level of communication. How does good morning, ma'am, or good morning, miss, or whatever, have a nice day, how does that yield a disrespectful return?
It doesn't.
But it does out here in these streets.
Right.
And that's the thing. Every guy isn't trying to holler.
Right.
Majority are.
Yeah, we can say that.
But
We can say,
every
yeah, we can say
guy
that.
isn't. So my thing is this. How it's hard to disrespect somebody when they're not disrespecting you.
Right.
And that happens a lot. Like, come on, there's been times where I've held the door for women and they keep it moving, don't even say thank you. Now, because that's that entitlement of you're supposed to do
that,
it.
right?
You're supposed to do it. And these are the things that Negro was talking about in terms of, because guys don't just get jaded based off of a woman doing them dirty. It's several things over periods of times, and then it's like, you know what? So this is what you like, and then you know what happens? They show an alter ego, and they get the desired results, but they didn't know that they can get those results by acting like that. So once they acting like per se an asshole, but they're getting results. Guess what? You've just Frankenstein and created the next asshole, and he's going on a run now.
Then the problem that I have is you say, oh, I wasn't ready for a good man, or he treated me good, but I just wasn't. And I really think that, all right, so now that you've done that, the question is, do you deserve a good man now? I mean, because you've had one, and you got rid of him. You said he wasn't it, and then you acknowledge that he was a good man. So now do you even deserve one? You know what I mean? Now you're looking for somebody like the one that you had. You see what I'm saying? That's backwards logic to me.
Timing has a lot to do with that. And I'm not even spitting no bail. What you said was true, but timing has a lot to do with a lot of things. But at the same time, this whole theory of, I think women at times look at us as a dime a dozen too. Because this is why they're like, oh, I can always get another one of you. I can always do this. And this is why they make things like monetize.
I think they don't.
And try to, no, they, a lot of times
I think they don't. I think that be emotions and frustration that they be saying. I don't think women feel like men are a dime a dozen. That's why they fight over them. That's why they so territorial. That's why when you go outside, they're like, where you going? Who you gonna be with? How long you gonna be? You know what I mean? I feel like, but they gotta kick it to you like you not him when they really believe that you him.
You know what's crazy? When I hear women say, I'm not about playing no games no more. I'm like, word? So when were you? Like I said, it's always.
When was you playing games?
When were you playing games?
So these was games all before this? It was all games, huh?
Yo, it's crazy. I remember one time I left a club. In my ripping and running days, left a club with a joint. I ain't going front. I shoot 90%.
Okay.
I slide.
Okay.
It goes down.
Here we go.
But I don't shoot
The most
90%.
humble voice possible.
I don't shoot 90% because I'm a great closer. They already decided this is what they want to do. But that 10% does exist.
Okay. Yeah. Lo and
This
behold.
was one of those times.
Okay.
But I didn't know it. I get back to her place. I'm thinking this is routine. Well, okay, take off my stuff. Let's go. So we get into bed. Everything is cool, but it's not really going down. So we
In the
get
bed,
hold up.
it's not going down?
Hold up, no, it's just fine.
All right, all right,
So
all right.
she we in the bed. We kind of get into it, but we're not fully naked enough. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So then she was like, you know what? I should have knew something was gonna happen because the bitch started drawing on my chest.
Oh,
That's when I knew something crazy was gonna happen.
Yep.
So
Started just using the finger circles and
she
shit.
started talking like, yeah. So I don't know. I like you a lot. Back in my mind, I'm like, you just met me 3 hours ago. But I like you a lot. But I'm kind of past this stage of just bringing guys home. In the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's
she's
where I
like
was
this.
going with
No,
it.
So hold up. So she's still like, I'm past the stage. I've already had my threesomes, my one night stand.
Oh, she's running down the resume,
She's
yo.
running down the resume, but yet telling me,
Yeah, showing
I don't do this no more.
Right.
Oh, after that, in my head, she had 10 more minutes to front.
Right.
After that, I was like, fake call. Oh yeah, I got to go. You are not going to run down your wild resume of
then
all
tell
the
me I
freaks
can't
you
have
do,
it, yeah.
and then tell me I can't get
Hey,
none.
don't meet God when you with me.
No, right. That's
you
like coming to a cookout and ain't no more food left. Like, yo, oh damn, we had steaks, burgers.
Right.
We had fish over there. We had everything, man. Oh, no, it's all gone. It's all gone now.
Or even asking you,
Right.
well, what's that thing you like? I like the barbecue shrimp. We had
those. We had those. Damn. Fresh out.
Be on
My
that
question
show.
We got
is,
this conversation though.
why would she let you come to the crib? When did she come to this revelation? Like, what's going on? Like at that moment, like y'all in the
To her
bed.
defense, and I should have saw the sign because I left this part out because until you said what you said, on her wall she had like the construction paper, not like kids like with the lines and stuff on it, with a 5-year plan.
Ah, damn.
And I didn't peep it until it
God
was that
damn,
last
you didn't
10
peep the
minutes
vision
before I
board before you
Vision
walked
board.
in?
That's what it was.
I'm
She had
not,
a
I'm not
vision
beat.
board.
I'm not beat. You telling me you left the club with her, went to her crib, laid in her, I don't care, clothes or not, you laid in her bed.
Yes.
And she gonna introduce you to this vision board?
Yes, because she says, I no longer play games. I don't want to. I did those things already.
No, you playing games right now.
These are the
Right
games we're
now.
talking about. These are the games.
Right, what are you doing?
You were straightforward with those niggas.
Right.
The threesomes, the one night stands, that shit was straightforward. This is a game.
This is a game.
Nah,
nigga.
I'm losing this shit.
I came
I'm
over here
lost.
to get busy.
Right.
Like, yo, what are you doing?
I've been cheated, as a matter of fact, in this game. I've been cheated.
Hey, right.
house is won.
This is a bed. Like, what are we talking? You could have said this outside the club.
I got
Like,
them
how did we
clothes
get here?
You gotta have a jacket on. You gotta flop that shit closed. Fuck out of here. Shit. Fuck out of here, man. I'm mad for you. Wish I had a time machine. Talk some sense into this bitch. Talking about right now.
Yo, that shit is crazy.
Playing these
Yo,
goddamn games.
hey, women, man, don't take a guy back to the crib and then tell him your 5-year plan.
Hey, that's
Like,
the
that's
game.
crazy.
The game is
Not
sorry.
after the club.
Hey, the game is sorry. Sorry
That's
ass.
crazy.
It was sorry, and I definitely landed on jail. And they told me, she basically told me, do not pass go. Just go straight to jail. Don't collect $200 for shit.
Nothing.
Shit was crazy.
So like when since we're on the topic of games, the beautiful thing about some of these games, they get played at a master level.
Oh, man.
And when it goes down, and it's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
I remember being out. This is when I really knew that how I was moving. When you start hooking up with people that you don't even know. And I'm not talking about the opposite sex. Like, it was a young lady. She was with a friend. None of my guys were around. They were there, but they weren't right there when I was talking. This other dude was. I cannot tell you this dude's name. I don't even think I could pick him out in the lineup. He was clearly a little older than me. Wasn't ridiculously older, but he might have had me about 4 or 5 years. Okay. So that's still, you know, he's a
graduation class.
Yeah. So I'm talking to Shorty and everything. He's talking to the friend. So initially I'm just like, all right, good. He's keeping her, you know, occupied. He's trying to do whatever. But he kind of came up out of nowhere. And I like this style. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can see when somebody kind of cool.
Recognize
like,
the cut of that jib.
I was like, yo, he all right. So, and he was talking with wild confidence and everything. He was just like this.
Man,
so
this could work.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking like, and like I said, mind you, he was a little older. So he didn't come on the, you a little dude. He was just playing his real wingman / I'm the lead if you want me to, but I see you already doing whatever, so I'm not going to step on no toes. But if you fumbling, which I was fumbling a little bit, he was there to knock you back.
Yeah, right, there you go.
So he goes like this. So I'm up here ready to get just the phone number.
Right.
He's like, no, we ain't doing none of that. He says, yo, I ain't gonna lie, so I got it from. He said, we ain't doing that phone numbers. We getting addresses. That's exactly what he says. He said, we getting addresses. And he was so much confidence. He's like, we getting addresses. They was like, all right, so y'all gonna come with us? He was like, yeah, definitely. He was like, yo, homeboy, yo, we about to go, we gonna hop in this cab. I'm gonna go outside, we gonna hop in this cab. We gonna take, where y'all live at? Da-da-da. He told us, he said, all right, bet, we gonna hop in the cab. We get in the cab, we take the joint, we get up to Shorty in them crib. We get inside the spot. He immediately gets the separation. He's straight. He's like, all right,
gotta go home, boy.
He goes right into the room with Shorty. He was like this. She was like, yo, and I learned some stuff from him because he was like, yo. He said, they was like, let's sit out here. He said, nah, let me talk to you back here real quick. And she was like, oh, that's just my bedroom. He said, yeah, I know.
Let's go back home. Yeah, let's go.
And she just got up and went. So next, close the door. No lie, about 10 minutes in, you just start hearing. So he's going to work or whatever. So now I'm looking like, all right, I got to do something.
Got to close this.
I got to do something. But it's kind of not working just so yet. So maybe after 35, 40 minutes, he's probably about to finish up. I'm just starting. So he comes out. He was like, he was like, what are you doing? She's still dressed? But he said to the chick right in front of him. Right. He was like, yo, what are you doing? She's still dressed? And so she was like, yeah, I'm still dressed. He was like, you supposed to be butt-ass naked by now. I'm sitting there. He said, you supposed to be butt-ass naked. He was like this. He said, y'all know what I was doing back then. He said, yo, this nigga, I can't say any more about his confidence. He was like, yo, you know what I was doing back then. You heard this. He said, look here. It's like 4:30 in the morning. He said, yo, Duke, look here. I got to escape. He said, I got stuff to do, but check this out. Nigga gave me like $25 and was like, yo, take a cab home after this. But he said, yo, he tells me this. He said, come to the door though. He says, yo, do not fall asleep over here. He says, do what you got to do within an hour, then get up out of here. He said, yo, I seen some sneakers in the room and the shit was like a size 13.
Oh, shit.
Yo, he straight told me. He straight said it. He said, yo, I see some sneakers. He says, we don't know if these chicks is living with niggas or a nigga got a key up in there, son. Right. He was like this. No, it was so crazy because he goes like this. He lifts up his shirt. He got the joint. But he was like this. He said, look here. You should either leave with me now, but if not, he said, yo, I'm telling you, shorty, give yourself an hour. He said, if you don't hit the hour, just leave because it's getting late. Real shit. So I wound up smacking and stuff. Definitely got up out of there. But guess what my dumb behind do?
What?
Left my watch there.
Oh. Damn.
But when I slammed the door, I didn't slam lock it. So I went back up there. I was like, please don't let I didn't know at the time. I was like, please don't let the slam lock be on.
Right.
I opened the door. Shorty is laid out on the couch sleep. I fucking tiptoeing in my Jordans. I grab my watch, hop right up out of there. Like that. So those are the kind of ways like I had learned like how to close out and stuff like that. Yeah. And I know you have some
they can't all be winners. They can't all be winners. I crashed out. I crashed out one time, man.
You?
I crashed out, yeah. I too bleed, okay? Hey. But so I mean I had a little situation or whatever. At the time, co-parenting real heavy. The kids are with me now, but at the time I was going back and forth out to the DC area or whatever. I won't say where it was out, but we all know a far out area, the DC area or whatever. Linked up with the chick or whatever. had a good time. You know, she's got a condo out that area or whatever, and it's a good time. But, you know, the whole time we talking, you know, we out in the living room, and she keeps kind of mentioning her roommate. You know, my roommate this, my roommate that. And it's like, you know, okay, cool. It's not weird, but she's just like making it known that she got a roommate. Right. So it's like, okay, cool. All right. You're like, yo, that's my roommate juice. You know, like that. I was like, okay, all right, cool. So, you know, things are, you know, are progressing.
Roommate juice.
It's like, okay, that's juice. That's juice, right. So as the night's progressing or whatever, and more things are coming out, I realized that, you know, it's a male roommate. Mm-hmm. So at that point, I'm like, okay, you know, cool.
Was Gary Apple Yellow?
Exactly. You know, at that point, so it's like, okay, so, you know, cool, whatever. You know, you got a gay roommate. That's fine. Things are, you know, going, you know, the way they go when, you know, two single people are around each other. And she's like, no, you know, at this point, you know, we gotta go into the room, you know, because, you know, he should be getting home anytime now. So I'm like, all right, cool. As soon as she says it, you know, maybe 10 minutes into the room or whatever, we just kind of chilling, talking, you know, going through records and stuff. And her roommate comes in. It was her dad. It was her fucking father.
What is going on? What?
Her father, dog. We are 30.
Hold on, hey, yo.
Stop saying this is your now. And
hold on, stop. You 100%. Like
her dad, nigga.
It was her dad. Her dad was her roommate.
Her dad. Her father. Her dad. The nigga who brought her in this world. So now it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. We up chilling. I'm meeting this bitch father. Having conversations with this nigga about my occupation and what the fuck my intention. No, we're not doing this.
Hey.
Her
my
father.
intentions was to get some ass.
Yeah, I thought I was fucking, but obviously not. Because now it's too awkward. I don't even want to do it I wouldn't want to do it if you didn't want to do it. Your dad's in the next room. This nigga's watching sports in the living room.
Hey, what is going on?
I never went back.
Shout out to my man DT, and those are his initials. But in the great line back of Kansas City, you know what I'm talking about, DT.
Yeah, right.
Yes, because that's my man's real name.
Right.
That's the funny because he has a jersey and everything. He told me a story about him smashing his baby mother. Uh-huh. Well, she wasn't his baby mother at the time. Okay. Mm-hmm. She turned into it. But her father came in and snuffed him.
Oh, shit.
Yo, he said he snuffed him. So I was like, what were you doing? He was like, we started fighting. I was like, you was ass naked? He said ass naked. Squared up with her dad. Yo, see, like, so when you said that, I was like,
this bitch fucking squared up and jiggling at the same time, yo. Like, wait, let me put some pants on first, my nigga. Like, I understand why you want to fight me. Yeah, yo, fuck this bitch. Like,
yo,
what are you doing?
I said, so was it an all hands fight? Because I'm like, you know, most fights, you know, at some point you grab
a nigga, yo. Hey, get your naked ass off me.
You can't grapple a nigga.
No, because at this point, you're in my house, I got to shoot you. You gotta get shot. Okay, how old you are, nigga?
No,
I'm naked nigga in my house.
Yo, when he told us the story after he said, I was like, because I'm like, so what? He was like, I was on top. And then he was like, yo, all he felt was he's like, he just snuffed him. And he was like, what the hell? Like, what is that? Because he said at first, you know, her hands was on his back and she's raking his back. So he like, okay. But then he just said he felt a hard punch, like, bop. And he was like, I know. He was like, he thought it was her at first.
Yeah, right. Did you hit me, bitch?
And so he said he turned around and saw the look of the devil in her father's eyes.
Get off my daughter, yo.
What do you do, yo? That's crazy. What do you do? Like,
that might be my first natural reaction. What get off my daughter, yo. Like, what are you doing right now?
That's crazy, man.
Like, I understand.
Yo, what's up with your girl? What is it, Kylie Williams?
Prometheus. Yeah.
Hey,
everybody. Yo, when we were doing this segment, we were talking. We were, pre-game before the segment, and he was like, Negro was like, I was like, which one is that? and he was like,
the one with the lisp.
He said the one with the lisp. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
So I was like, so when he said lisp, all I could think of promises. And I was like,
it's what you know her for, like, because you know Naturi is Tasha from Power now.
With that, and you know I'm a know the real name site person and stuff. I didn't know that until like recently. Recently I found out. I don't mean within the last couple of months because it was around the Ghost. Ghost was still alive.
Right.
Ghost was still alive. And
Prime
everything.
Power.
Yes. Probably towards the end because when he said, "Don't get mad because you didn't make Destiny's Child," that was like a play on her real career and stuff. I already found out.
Yeah.
But come to find out, this shit claimed she had. No, she didn't claim. If she said it, I believe you. Like so, I'm not. It ain't no bell there. If you told me you had an entanglement with B2K,
right?
I think she said she was the inspiration behind Bump Bump Bump.
Hey, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
There's 3 bumps there. There are 3 bumps there. There's 3 bumps.
Because she said she didn't mess with Amari.
Yeah, he was out. He was out. He stayed away from that one.
So she stayed. What is B2K's names? Like, is it
That's okay. It's Amarion, J Boog, Lil Fizz, Raz-B.
Okay.
I'm ashamed to know that shit, but I know it. Yeah.
No, I'm glad.
I know it's my coming up.
I'm glad you
was a fan.
Yeah, I was a fan, nigga. You seen
you
got served. Everybody seen you got served. Everybody seen you got served.
Their names wasn't that and you got served.
Whatever. But look, I grew up on 106 and Park. I'm sorry, y'all niggas was old.
No, the problem is I'm glad you said the correct ones because I was about to say Pleasure P.
Oh no, that's different niggas. That's different niggas.
Yo, you gotta chill, yo.
It's pretty Ricky.
You gotta chill. That's a whole different group.
I was like, is Pleasure P down with them?
No.
But anyway,
You know why? Because them niggas is alive. That's why he don't know who they are.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Alive and kicking. No, they on reality shows and shit. They know these niggas around.
I know R&B pop stars because I know, but he doesn't want to agree because he wants to say he came up with B2K. No, you look like you had that mindless. What was it?
Mindless behavior. I don't know the niggas. Say the mindless behavior niggas.
Prodigy. That's the one.
You know more than me. You know more than me.
I only know that because I know rest in peace the real Prodigy.
True. There you go. It's always an old head callback.
But this chick said she had an entanglement with 3 of them.
Yeah.
And she's like, she had a whole phase. So this whole phase that I think us men have given women passes for the whole phase. I know I have.
We giving passes for trains though?
Yeah, that's something different.
A train pass?
That's extreme hoe. That's different.
No, my thing is this though.
It's a golden pass.
This is the whole thing. I believe, you said it golden. I say this. Everybody has a pass. Okay. Women can have a pass. I think us men say, if you have a pass, it's cool. Just don't have a checkered past. That's the difference. A checkered past is something else. That's when the trains and stuff.
Is checkers.
That's checkered.
That's rallies. Checkers.
That's checkered.
Chess.
Now,
that's all of that shit.
Now,
Chessman cookies.
I've had conversations with women that have told me they've slept with 2 guys in one day. Yo, man, they in their 40s and stuff. I'm pretty sure at some point they did. Things like that. But once you start talking about, put it this. Guys, we're not really looking for that kind of conversation.
I was
100%.
As you were saying it, Mario Winans was playing in my head. Like, I don't want to know.
How does that even come up in
any
conversation?
Of it? I don't want to know any of it.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I'm going to show you how it can come up because it has come up before with me. But you already know you have no interest in being with them monogamously.
Okay.
Those,
okay.
But
if we're trading whole stories back and forth. Okay, if we that's how we had a sex conversation.
Relationship.
I get that.
I understand that, but as a rule of thumb, never say how you got trained.
Ever. Yeah. Don't talk about being involved in one. Don't talk about being a recipient of one, or don't talk about being a conductor of one. Like, let's just leave the trains where they are. So there's already enough people involved. We don't need to involve anybody else.
So what about a woman having a threesome?
I don't want to know. Don't tell me about it.
So even if it's two women.
Tell me about it.
and 2 women and 1 guy.
Tell me about it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you tell me about that.
2 women and 1 guy.
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
Just don't tell me about no time you got banked, bitch. Like, I don't want to hear about you getting jumped. I don't want to hear about you getting jumped. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear about you getting jumped.
But what you're saying is, if you're into that,
If you're into that, though, holla at me.
yeah, I would like to know if you're into
Right here.
that.
You can tell that story. You can tell that story. You can tell that story.
Do you trade, not trade, so like women like, here's my footage on some of it.
Nah, that's
Whoa.
that's a line I'm not willing to cross. I don't want to see you getting hit.
You do realize that Prince's song "Little Red Corvette." That's exactly what that was about.
Yeah, I don't like that song.
What? That's one of my favorite songs.
No, I don't like that joint. No, I don't prefer that song.
You don't like
It's a great
Little
Darling
Red
Nikki.
Corvette?
I'm more of a Darling
It's a-
Nikki
it's
kind
a
of guy.
great song.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
little
sorry.
You don't like Little Red Corvette?
It's a great song.
Exactly.
song.
That's
Yeah,
what
it's
it's
good.
about.
It's a good
You know
song.
that's what it's about.
That's a good song.
When he was
That's
talking
a good
about
song.
first off, he had bars because when he was talking about the Trojans, and he was like for the Trojans, for the jockeys that came before me.
Yeah, right.
I was
There you
like,
go.
oh,
That's- that is a bar.
That was hard,
It's a Prince
And he
bar
said-
right there.
and he said that in 1984.
Yeah.
You see something like that. But yeah, this chick, it's crazy because now, it's not now she's going to be known as that. She's always going to be 3LW.
Right, always. But
It's like, when you put these stories out there, now she has to embrace it completely because it's out there. You put it out there, and it's going to cloud. Now, I guess was this be considered clout chasing?
100%.
yes, yes,
100%.
This is
the only reason that she put it out there. She did not have to put it out there. It never should have been put out there. But now we're going to talk about it because B2K ran a train on her.
B2K ran train on it, and with Keith Murray just having his little his
Why we bringing
reemergence.
Keith back up,
Because
yo?
this is the same shit. It's the same shit. He's told 3 different stories. She told one story about 3 different dudes.
Hey.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's corn on corn on corn.
Yo, that is what it is hotels.
That's exactly what it is.
That's what it is.
Hotel everybody, even the mayor,
Hotels.
reach up in the sky for the ozone layer.
Yeah, man.
What the hell was that?
It's Ludacris. You never heard Ho by Ludacris?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
No, that's Ho's different area codes. It was
Oh,
more of a
I'm saying.
skit. It was Ho, use a Ho.
Oh,
I
that's
tell you
right.
that
I never
use
got
a
past the
Ho.
chorus.
Yeah, it was a skit. Yeah, it was a skit.
Yeah.
joke.
It was
a
Yeah,
skit. Okay,
yeah.
bet.
But a bunch of Ho flips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was Ludacris. You know, he's the master of accentuated punchlines.
Facts.
Like that's his.
My cousin used to hate him.
I like Ludacris, but his best verse to me was "Made You Look."
Oh,
that
that
was
was a good
tough.
one. That was
a
good.
nice one.
Ludacris, growing up, Ludacris was the first ever rap album I bought.
Ludacris.
Back for the first time. Yeah, I was like
Jesus.
13 years old.
Damn.
Yeah, it was the first joint. The first single I bought was No Diggity.
The first one you bought
The
yourself?
first one I bought with my own money
With your
that
own money?
I worked for was Ludacris Back for the first time.
Okay.
All right.
You said "No Diggity."
No Diggity was my first single.
You talking
No,
about boom?
Queen Pen, that was my first single I ever bought with my own money. Was working like youth works in the city or something like that, and I got my first little check.
Was that a
My
maxi
God.
single?
Yes, facts.
What was on the other side of it?
It was the instrumentals on the other side.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you no, because the crazy thing
There was the
is
radio version, the unedited. Well, there wasn't no unedited version for that because Queen Pen's like her little motherfucking. It was still like mixed on there, but on
Okay.
the other side it was just straight instrumental.
because the crazy thing with that when that song that boom the "No Diggity" and when Queen Pen started doing her thing, what was the song that really popped off?
What, Party Ain't a Party?
Party in the Party got her there. That definitely was her pop off.
Yeah.
But in New York, you know what her pop off was?
What?
Man Behind the Music. Dun, 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 dun. This is how it should be done.
Word.
Because that was the super ring off in New York.
Okay.
I'm talking about when they would play Party is a Party, the crowd would be doing this thing.
Yeah.
But when that joint go ding, 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 the whole mood of the joint, like that's when New York was real heavy on B-sides.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
once again, because I asked you that because we talk about the B-sides and stuff.
Yeah.
Big Papa was on the B. What was on the B-side?
Who's on the B-side of that one?
Who Shot You?
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying? Like that.
That's a
And
nasty
why that whole
B-side.
Bing, bing, and that's what was popping off. And Big Papa did his thing, but when Who Shot You started
Yeah,
ringing
that was
off,
crazy.
that's why I
Right.
was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then, like when Will was talking about like how like certain songs, certain areas, You see what I'm saying? Like that regions and stuff. It doesn't always be like the main single.
Right,
That'll do it or whatever.
Right, like
the B-sides used to really put it in.
the Gucci joint on deck. That's a B-side joint. That's not a Gucci single.
You know what's crazy with that? That song is like super huge here, and it's like
Nowhere else.
Yeah, I was like,
I like stuff like that. Though.
Yeah,
I like regional stuff, especially now
Mm-hmm.
because everything with the internet is so like so meshed and global, and everybody do the same thing.
But that you gotta be that shit.
Yeah, I like the regional stuff. Like, that's just for here.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know, like when they play that joint, like you know when Gucci comes through, he's got to do on deck.
Right.
Like
but does he do it? He's been in a few times.
He does when he knows the love that on deck is. Like Gucci, that mixtape Gucci run, that So Icy Boy 1017 run that he had in like the late aughts. Yeah, that's Gucci. That put Gucci where Gucci is. For
He did.
Like we got an affinity for the the Boosies of the world. That 05 to 2015 rap era of South. That's Baltimore's bag right there.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? You know where Boosie is real big at? North Carolina. He's huge there.
I can see that.
He's huge
I can see
there.
that.
Because when I was down there for a minute, and this was before he went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting like 60 a show.
His daughter just did a freestyle, yo. That was all right.
The gay one?
I don't know which one of his daughters is gay, bro.
How many daughters he got? Well, he got
Boosie got a lot of kids. A lot of kids. It's been it's been a story that kind of circulated now because he was so staunchly against the LGBTQ. Well, he's basically just against Dwayne Wade's son, the daughter, at this point. But to come out and now have a gay daughter was kind of this is his up and comings.
irony.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's the actually the one that
I told y'all niggas.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah.
I
told y'all niggas.
I told
he
y'all.
coming home today.
I told y'all.
Yeah.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all.
She was
niggas.
going a little bit too.
Okay.
Right.
You know what? I did see that. She was sitting in the studio. That's her?
I think so.
That's crazy. Okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I did see that video. I had no idea who it was, but it's like like a minute and a half long or something like that. She was going off. She was going off.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But as we ended, I'm gonna tell you what it wasn't better than him. None of that King Von shit.
Hey, yo.
This nigga gonna give me
King Von forever, man.
King Von. Hey, yo, take us out of here, man.
I bet. Once again, shout out to my bro, Morley BX, Jackson Houses. Been doing this thing for a long time. I was about to say it wrong again. Official Clock Huckers. OCH. Doing this thing, and he's been blessing me with a lot of the again stuff. Okay. So go on the website, get that real Official Clock Huggers. I'm gonna put the website up. This is Ocean's View. Catch us on Ocean's View on IG, Ocean149. Dev or Die. Once you type in Dev, it'll pretty much
it pops up.
And my man Willie Ray on IG. Shout out to GD Fitz and BSN. We're gonna get up out of here. We got some surprises for y'all coming up.
Facts.
Peace.
Peace.